I cannot breathe. I literally cannot process what I just watched, and I am so absolutely livid, exhausted, and just completely done with the writers right now. It is pushing 3 a.m. where I am. My eyes are burning from staring at the glow of my television and my phone. And I need to get this out of my system before I actually explode. Am I the only one who feels like they are being held hostage by these storylines? Because my blood pressure is through the roof after seeing what is going down this Wednesday, March 11th. I mean, I have been watching this show religiously since 2015. I have survived the Dawn of Day cult nonsense. I sat through the absolute fever dream that was the Nixon Falls amnesia storyline. And I survived the Peter August reign of terror. But this current batch of character assassinations and stressful cliffhangers is pushing me to the absolute edge of my sanity. I just need to vent to people who actually get it, because if I try to explain this to my friends who don't watch one more time, they are going to block my number. So grab a drink, grab a snack, because we need to talk about the absolute train wreck that is currently unfolding in Port Charles. And let's just start with the absolute worst offender right now, Willow Kane. I am so sorry. I know some people in the Facebook groups are loving this dark compromised Willow era, but personally, I am utterly disgusted. I am so unbelievably sick and tired of what they are doing with her character. So now suddenly she wants Scout back. After basically shoving that poor girl out the door... Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. So Alexis is reeling right. Alexis Davis is standing there probably clutching a metaphorical pearl, begging and pleading with Willow to just let Scout stay with her grandmother where she belongs. Because it makes no sense for Scout to go back to the Quartermaine mansion right now. It is a toxic environment. But does Willow care about what's actually best for Scout? Nope. Because Jen freaking Sidwell is pulling her strings. Jen Sidwell is literally pressuring Willow to move Scout back in just so Willow doesn't look like the wicked stepmother who sent her packing. Are you kidding me? Since when does Willow make parenting decisions based on PR and optics dictated by a literal villain? I mean, remember when Willow would throw herself in front of a moving bus for a child? Remember when she fought Nella Benson tooth and nail for Wiley? She used to be a teacher, for crying out loud. She used to have a moral compass. Yeah, it didn't work out so well for her sanity back then either, but at least she had a spine. Now she's just bowing to Sidwell's pressure because she's trapped. And it appears she has absolutely no choice but to stand her ground and force Scout back into the home she shares with Drew Kane. Drew. Don't even get me started on Drew. If he lets this happen, I am officially writing him off. I hate watching Willow become this hollow shell of a mother who uses a child as a prop to appease a psychopath. But wait, because of course it gets worse. Because whenever Willow's life is falling apart, who has to swoop in and make it 1,000 times more complicated? Nina Reeves. Nina, the woman who literally cannot go 5 minutes without making a catastrophic, life-altering mistake in the name of protecting her daughters. So Nina makes a confession that completely rattles Willow. Shocker. Jack Brennan is threatening to make that damn traffic cam footage resurface. I swear to God, that traffic cam footage has more screen time than half the legacy characters on this show right now. So Nina is in a tight spot and she admits to Willow that she did something, made some shady deal to protect her. And now it has come back to haunt her. And Willow is just sitting there realizing that whether she hears the exact details of the deal or not, she is in deep, deep trouble if Nina can't sort this out. Part of me is like, good, let it blow up. Let Willow face some actual consequences for her actions for once in her life. But then another part of me is just so exhausted by the dynamic between these two. Why does Nina always have to be the one to drag her down? It's like the writers refuse to let them have a normal relationship. Remember when Nina kept Sonny's identity a secret in Nixon Falls? She never learns. She always thinks she knows best. She always makes these backdoor deals, and it always blows up and hurts the people she claims to love. I am exhausted. I am so tired of the Nina and Willow trauma loop. Okay, back to the point. Let's pivot for a second and talk about the only thing keeping me tethered to this show right now. Britt Westbourne and Jason Morgan. And Marco and Lucas. Because my God, the stress is literally shaving years off my life. So Marco Rios is at GH, and he is actually being a decent human being. He assures Lucas that he is willing to do the right thing for Britt, and he wants to put his romance with Lucas first. He literally says that if helping Britt costs him his relationship with Sidwell, so be it. I was cheering. I was literally screaming at my TV. Marco's putting everything on the line for Lucas's sake. But of course we can't just have a nice healthy moment, because then Marco starts freaking out. Tuesday's episode set this up, and now he is terrified. Whether it involves issues with Pascal or something else, Marco is fearing for Lucas's safety and maybe even his own. And he should be. Pascal is terrifying, okay? I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, and Marco knows he is playing with absolute fire by crossing Sidwell. Lucas has been through so much heartbreak. Remember the whole Brad Cooper baby switch nightmare? Lucas deserves a win. He deserves a man who will put him first, but I am so scared Marco is going to end up in a body bag. And the real meat of this hospital drama is Jason and Britt. Jason is trying to calm Britt down during a strategy session. Britt is panicking. She's insisting she is running out of time, and Jason, sweet, stoic, infuriating Jason Morgan, promises her that they are going to get this medication situation resolved and free her as soon as they can. He promises her. And I am sitting on my couch crying because we all know the real world rumors. We all know Steve Burton is gearing up for an exit or a hiatus. How can the writers have him promise her this when we know he's going to disappear? I can't handle it. I literally cannot handle the idea of Britt being left behind again. Remember when they tried this runaway storyline with them years ago, when they were on the run together and it was absolute magic, yeah? And then he went back to Carly. He always goes back to Carly. Or he dies in a tunnel collapse. And now, Britt's life is literally hanging in the balance. She desperately needs this medication. And Jason is making promises he probably won't be around to keep. It makes me sick to my stomach. I want them to win so badly. I want Britt to be saved, but I am dreading the fallout. I am absolutely dreading the moment Jason gets pulled away and Britt is left scrambling. And speaking of Carly and her chaotic orbit, can we talk about Danny Morgan? What is in the water in Port Charles that is making all these teenagers lose their absolute minds? So Jocelyn Jax of all people has to be the voice of reason. Jocelyn is warning Danny that Carly's house is the last place he should be. And she is 100% right. Because Danny has been sneaking Charlotte Cassadine into Carly's house to visit Valentine. Valentine Cassadine. In Carly's house. I mean, the absolute audacity. I know some people think Danny is just being a cute, rebellious teen helping out a friend, but personally, I think he is being an absolute idiot. Valentine is a wanted man. He is dangerous. He is embroiled in a massive takedown plot. And Danny is just treating Carly's house like it's a freaking Airbnb for international fugitives. And Jocelyn is on edge, as she should be. I never thought I would say this because Jocelyn has annoyed the heck out of me in the past, but I am totally on her side here. She's in the WSB now. She knows the actual life or death stakes, and Danny is playing a stupid game. Carly's house used to be the safest place in town, guarded by Jason and Sonny's men. And now it's Grand Central Station for criminals plotting against Brennan. If Jocelyn finds out the full extent of Danny bringing Charlotte there multiple times to see Valentine, she is going to lose her mind. And I will be cheering her on. Which brings me to the Bobby's scene. Oh my god, the tension. Brennan delivers a warning of his own to Carly. He is literally trying to protect her, and what does Carly do? She plays dumb. Oh, is Cullum more than a colleague? Is he